talking about travel ball. I want to ban the word travel ball, delete it out of everything. They should be development programs. Travel ball is a negative connotation. My definition is Little League on wheels. That's what travel ball is. And some of the stuff that's going on, and it's insidious. We're glorifying 13 and 14-year-olds, having them commit on live TV. It's ridiculous. It's hurting everything. And we've got to get back to what's right. Baseball is a bunch of great life lessons. And that's what it's all about. It's life lessons. You're going to be a person a lot longer than a baseball player. You better do a great job developing off the field and on the field.
Absolutely.
Some of this stuff is crazy. We're chasing $12 plastic trophies on weekends, chasing rankings. Here's my thought on rankings. We're rambling here. That's all right.
This is it. This is what we do.
This is what we do.
Ramble away.
All right. My thought on rankings is pretty well known. 2 rankings that matter. College that signs you to a letter of intent. Pro team that drafts you.
Important. I'm gonna important on that.
All right.
College that signs you to a letter of intent.
Not commits.
There you go. I wanted to make sure we emphatic that point there.
Should we talk about commits?
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about commits.
So here's the thing. I think the first thing to say in all of this is that every single person, whether you are working in baseball or anything, you're looking for an edge to be better, right? And everybody's going to push the envelope on that. Obviously, I think you and I know morality comes into it a little bit, which upsets us as those who are working with these, children. But the reality is the rules are the way they are. The system is the way it is. It's really how do you navigate it? And I think that's a thing where someone like yourself, who's been so involved in it so long, helps. How do you navigate that situation of the young commits? When is it time for a kid to commit in your eyes? When is it time to hang on? I know you have offers, but let's wait a little bit. Or is even talking to the kid that says, I know, look, you are a Division I player. It's not coming right now, but it's going to come.
You and I have had a lot of common kids, and a couple that are near and dear to us.
For sure.
And it was breaking our hearts for a couple of these kids because we knew these are Division I guys. Now, finally, they got their offers, and they're now committed. We still have a few more. We're never done until all our kids are done. They're placed one place or another. It's important. It's a one-sided deal. It's a one-sided deal for the colleges. And one of the things, Brett, that I'll tell you is we don't have any of our kids. I do a lot of, everybody knows me as far as on Twitter, I put a lot of our guys up. I never put committed or uncommitted. My feeling is you just keep working. I've got a new T-shirt. I've got to bring you one. You'll like it.
I do.
We're looking for OKG, our kind of guys, and my only commitment is to my brothers, my teammates. That's all that matters right now. You can't think about that because guess what? The guys, and I saw a kid commit yesterday, and he committed to Stanford, and he's a great kid, and he'll stay. But there are so many nationwide that are 7th grade, 8th grade that are going to SEC schools. They usually don't pan out. Over a half, closer to 3/4, don't get there, and if they get there, they're out of there by a year. So for us, it's more important just to keep developing, keep working, find the great fit. The one thing I'm going to tell you is align yourself, if you're a family, if you're a player, with people that actually care about you. Some people have agendas. They have agendas, and they're going to steer them to schools that they want to steer. I heard a story. I was talking to prominent Power 5. We were on their deal, and they're talking about a camp that they went to. And they said, well, where's this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy? He says, well, they're SEC guys. Who determines where guys go? Now, should we guide them and say, this is a good place for you if they ask us? Yeah, but it's their decision. It's their decision. And by the way, we can't be the college's best buddies in there. Our allegiance is to our players. Simple.
And our allegiance to our players has to do with being honest with them too. Mm-hmm. And I think the stories always come about our best players, right? Oh, so-and-so is going wherever so-and-so's going. Well, Here's the reality. I like to think that I make an impact on the guys. But the guys that are going to the highest levels, those guys were born with some gifts that got them to there, right? There's some guys that I love seeing that have worked to get to those levels, and that's awesome. But it's the ones that see the guys at the highest levels and start to compare themselves. And we got to sit down and have those real conversations and say, that's not who you are. And I think that's the problem to me, is that not enough people in this industry are willing to legitimately sit down with a family and say, you're not that good, right? There's a place for you, right? But you're not that good.
You're good, but here's your level.
For sure.